So give me a second. Okay, so you should see my screen here has paralegal power break, how to do more with less time. As a paralegal or any legal professional, time is always something that we need more of. There's deadlines. There are not only deadlines that you get from the different tasks you have in your office, but you also have these deadlines that you have for court. And these are crucial. You cannot miss these. So when you have so many things to do, it's hard to determine how to spend your time. So this is what this session is going to focus on, how to do more with less time. You know, we all have a 24-hour day. You're not going to get more time than 24 hours. Sometimes we wish we could. But there are ways that you can use the time you have better. And so this is what this session will allow you to do. Now, in order to get the best out of this session, if you have not done the time management inventory, this is going to walk you through it. And then again, afterwards, you will receive pretty much like a cheat sheet. You know, how you can manage your time. You can also use this for money management as well. It's a great time of the year to create a personal budget. You have your own business, create a business budget as well. So how to do more with less time? You know, it's really to say how do you maximize the time that you have? The best way to do this is to ask yourself some questions. Even if you don't do the time management inventory or have not done it already, I really suggest that you at least do this. Ask yourself these questions. Jot it down. What am I spending my time doing? Start with the time that you walk through your office door. Everything, even if you think it's insignificant. Well, I'm not going to write that. Hang my coat up here, or I do this. But write down exactly what you're doing, because what you may realize is that some of the things that you're doing are unnecessary, or you can combine certain tasks. So write everything down that you're doing as soon as you walk through the office door. Now, if you want to expand this over into your personal life as well, so you can create some work-life balance, that would be very helpful too. So then you would just expand it out and say, okay, well, what do I do as soon as I open my eyes in the morning? What is it that I do? So you're going to jot down. You're going to ask yourself, what am I spending my time doing? Write it down, everything. Then after that, why? Sometimes we do things out of habit. We're creatures of habit. We do things because that's the way we've always done them. We do things because that's how we have been trained to do things, not really realizing that when we're speaking of things that are career-related, systems become obsolete. Features are updated or upgraded, and what we are doing is not necessary any longer. So ask yourself, well, why? Why am I doing this? Why am I doing this? Now, again, to speak about work-life balance, and to bring this in, if you want to expand this out into your personal life, this actually will clue you in even on habits that you may need to get rid of. Why am I doing this? Let's say, for instance, you want to lose weight. You want to stop smoking. You want to, let's say, start exercising, but you tell yourself you don't have enough time. So if you start asking yourself why you're doing something, then what you're going to, because sometimes we do things, again, out of habit, that they're harmful to us. So if you ask yourself why, it's not about judging yourself now when you start doing this. Now, if you ask yourself the question why and you don't come up with a good answer, when you start doing those things again, something in your brain is going to click off and say, you're going to start questioning yourself, why am I doing this? Maybe I can replace this with this. But it's going to take you through this process of analyzing why you do the things that you do. So again, you can apply this to your career, or you can apply it to your personal life as well. But you're asking yourself, once you've determined what you're spending your time doing, then you're going to go on and ask yourself, well, why? Why am I doing this? Did someone train me? Maybe you have do something that someone trained you. They may not have even been doing it, right? They may have just been doing it to, make a process more complicated because they were trying to create job security for themselves. Who knows? But if you ask yourself why, then you can start determining if you need to continue to do it. Why are you doing it? Now, after you ask yourself why, are you spending it? Now, this is similar to the first question, but it's not the same. The first question is what? You're not analyzing it. You're not looking at it. You're not why. You're not asking any of those things. You're just simply writing down, what am I doing? I don't care if you wake up every morning and take 10 Xanax. And you don't, the first question is not to judge yourself. None of the questions are to do that. You're really just asking yourself, what am I spending my time doing? And even when you get to the second question, you ask yourself why. It's not even about judging yourself. Oh, it takes me too long to do this, or I have this really bad habit I need to get rid of. It's not about you judging yourself. You're asking yourself why. Why are you doing it? Because you may think that you need to do this thing, but once you ask yourself why, then you'll start understanding or looking at it in a different viewpoint. So none of them are about judging. And even when you get to the last one, how. The how, again, is not like the what. The how is, how are you going about doing that? Like, how? Like, let's say, for instance, you create a brief. This is your job to work on briefs. You get assigned a new case, you brief it, you research the law. You have these certain things that you do. How are you doing it? How? This is going more into the process of how you are doing it. Because once you ask yourself how you're doing it, this will start allowing you really to start going into the next stage of your time management, elimination. You're wanting to eliminate the things you don't need to do because you want to have more time. There's only 24 hours in a day for everyone. I don't care where you live. You may be in a different time zone, and you're making trip time. Let's say, for instance, you're traveling from one time zone to the next. My daughter just came here from vacation, and she goes to school in Atlanta, Georgia. They're on the Eastern time zone. Well, I'm in California, San Diego, California. I'm in the Pacific time zone. So I'm like, okay, well, what time are you leaving? Well, I'm leaving at 8 o'clock. Well, what time are you getting here? I'm getting there at 7. I was like, wait a minute. Well, how are you getting here? So are you getting here earlier than you 5 to 4 hours, and you're getting here at this time? So that's really the only way that you really can gain more time. But there's only 24 hours in a day. The only way that you can do more with less time is to eliminate time. This first. The only way you can do that is for you to realistically look at what you're doing. And again, this is not about you judging, because if you go into that mode of judging, what you're going to do is start lying to yourself. You're not going to the first step, what you're going to do is you're not going to write down that you eat 2 donuts at 10 o'clock. You go to take your break, you walk across the street to the donut shop at work, you get 2 donuts. Everyone's doing the same thing, so now you get back to your desk. You're taking actually a 30-minute break when it's only supposed to be 15 minutes. So you're lying to yourself because you really don't want to write down that you're really spending more time on your break, and you told yourself you're going to go on a diet. So you don't put that down. You're lying to yourself. So this, again, is not about judging. You have to be realistic about what you are doing with your time so that you can start spending it better, be a better time manager. Be a better time manager. So when you get to this how, and once you go through these 3 questions, even if you don't do the time inventory, what you will start doing, a natural process really that will occur from this, is that you'll look at something and say, I don't need to do that. That's taking me to, let me scratch that out. Or this is leading to this. Let's say I talked about that you can use this for your personal as well. Let's say, for instance, one of your goals this year is to lose weight. Now, when you do your what and you write everything down that you do for a day, you know that you see that you're taking every break, you're taking a break, and you're eating 2 donuts. So when you look at this, what you're doing, actually it's going to help you on another goal you set for yourself. Because then you see, I'm eating 4 donuts a day. And then if you flow this over into your health plan, you notice that each of these donuts have so many calories. So it's like, if I eliminate this one thing that I'm doing, not only am I helping myself as far as reaching health goals, not even weight as well. It could just be that you want to eat less sugar. You may have diabetes, or you may never have diabetes. It could just be that you just want to eat less sugar. You want to be more healthy. So you eliminating that one thing can actually create more time for you because, again, you're walking across the street, you're standing in line, everybody's in line at that same time, you're getting back to your desk late, you're getting your starting project late, it's just throwing everything off. So that one thing is giving you more time, as well as it's eliminating calories, as well as maybe allowing you to say, I can save money because instead of me walking across the street, spending all that time, adding more calories to my diet, getting back to my desk late, let me save money, save time, save some calories, and maybe take some fruit to work. I don't have to walk across the street. I can eat more healthy, and I can save money. You've dealt with three things: your money, you've dealt with your time, and you've dealt with your health goals, all with just one question: what am I spending my time doing? So again, once you get to that last one, how am I spending my time? Analyze it. Analyze the process. So, because the first question is, what am I spending my time doing? I take a break. I go get donuts. Well, when you get to the last one, how are you doing that? I go across to the coffee shop that's, across the street. It takes you how long? I go down the elevator. So you're thinking through this process. So as you're thinking through this process, you're going to start looking at and say, this is why I'm always 5 minutes late back to my desk. This is why I'm over my budget financially. This is why I'm not reaching my health goals. Going to the gym, I'm doing all these things, but I'm not reaching my health goals. So, again, ask yourself these 3 questions. What am I spending my time doing? Why am I spending my time doing these things? And how am I spending my time? This is your first step on being a better time manager. The better you manage your time, the more able you are to reach your personal, professional, as well as your career goal. So fly it where you want, but just ask yourself to be honest with yourself and don't judge yourself. So that's the end of this session. Again, these are short. They're just meant to give you just some really good tips in a short amount of time. If you want to register for any upcoming sessions, visit our website. It's rainmakersonline.com and go to the blog. If you go to the blog, there's actually a category, Paralegal Power Breaks. If you go there, you will see all of the past and future Paralegal Power Breaks. Hopefully this session was useful to you and that you can walk away with some tips on how you can manage your time better. Thank you for your time. Have a great rest of your day.